Hey guys, welcome to the Simplify Your Life podcast. It's Coach Simona and I'm glad you decided to tune in. What's up guys? In today's episode, I'm going to answer one of the most frequently asked questions I get, and that is, should I start a podcast? I'm also going to tell you what I've learned in the past 7 months that I've been running this podcast, and what I wish I knew back when I started. Quick disclaimer, if you want me to tell you exactly what to do, then you're not in the right place, and you better not listen to the rest of this episode. Because I think starting a podcast is a personal choice, and a business decision that only you can make for yourself. But if you're interested in finding out what having a podcast feels like, and how it can influence your life and your business, keep on listening. Alright, where do we begin? Let's go back to May 2018, when I launched the Simplify Your Life podcast. I had only 3 things: a Blue Yeti microphone, a GarageBand software, and the passion to spread my message. I didn't know anything about recording audio. I had a hard time editing, especially the first time around. I think it took me a couple of hours, and I felt frustrated almost all the time. One day, it got easier. I believe it happened around the 6th or the 7th episode. I gained momentum, and my skills at recording and editing became a little bit better. I began to see traction. People started listening to the podcast, I got invited to speak on their podcasts, and I quickly realized that having a podcast wasn't such a bad idea after all. Have I wanted to quit? Many times, especially in the beginning. It's tough to keep going when you don't have enough traction. But here's the thing. My podcast helped me grow my business because some of my clients found me by searching for a solution to their problems, and my episodes popped up in the search bar. And the rest is history. Why am I telling you all of this? Because I want you to understand my point of view as a creator. But I also want you to have your own experience. So instead of telling you what to do, here are some questions that you can ask yourself to assess the situation and make the decision whether or not to start a podcast. The fact that you're asking the question, should I start a podcast, means that you've given it some thought, and a part of you thinks it may be a good idea. Now, let's try a little coaching exercise to find out your real why. Okay, get a piece of paper and write down the answer to the following questions. The first question is, why do I want to have a podcast? Now pause this audio and come back once you're done. Okay, next question. What is stopping me from having a podcast? Third question. What will I lose and what will I gain if I don't start a podcast? Next question. What will I lose and what will I gain if I start a podcast? And the last question. Is starting a podcast something that I want to do? Or is it something that I'm doing because I see other creators are doing it? Ready? Okay. Here's the thing. There is not a right answer to any of these questions. That's why I wanted you to dig deeper and find out your why. You don't have to make all types of content and be all over social media. It's better to find out what your strengths as a content creator are and focus on them. For example, you don't have to write blog posts if writing is not your thing. You can make videos instead. Or you don't have to record videos if you're better at interviewing people and you prefer to have a podcast instead. Tim Ferriss, my favorite podcaster of all time, gave me an awesome perspective when I was thinking about starting a podcast. In one of the episodes of the Tim Ferriss Show, he said that sustaining a podcast depends on whether or not you're having fun after recording a few episodes. His advice is great, because if you record 10 or 15 episodes and you don't see any traction or you don't find it enjoyable, there is no reason to keep it going. As always, my advice is to listen to your gut and do whatever feels right to you. Just a little hint. If you're listening to this part of the episode, there's a good chance you want to start your podcast. You just need a little push. So here it goes. Do it! Stop reading, listening, and thinking about it. Find a topic that you're interested in and start recording. If you're not into editing, many people on Fiverr can help you. And if you like learning new things, watch a couple of tutorials. Just get moving. And if after listening to this episode, you've decided that you don't want to start your podcast, that's also awesome. I'm sure you found that your strength as a creator is elsewhere. And I encourage you to make the first step towards writing, making videos, or anything else that is a good outlet for your creativity. The most important thing is to stop bottling up your thoughts and ideas and find the creative outlet. Do things that are enjoyable for you as a creator and give a few things a try. Even if most of them fail, one of them may become your new favorite way to express yourself. But you will never know if you don't at least give it a try. Alright guys, that's all for today. Thanks for listening. If you found this episode helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And subscribe to my channel if you don't want to miss out on my weekly episodes on how to simplify life and have great relationships with others. I love you guys, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.